I still have for half a second. Oh no. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Systemic and today we look at Phasmophobia. If you like paranormal things or being scared with your friends, I would seriously take a look at this game. Phasmophobia is a 4-player co-op game that's in early access that focuses on psychological horror. You play as a ghost hunter on a team sent in to investigate and find evidence to report on paranormal activity plaguing various locations. These locations range from remote farmhouses all the way up to like a school with multiple floors and a larger asylum. Using your gear, you're tasked to find clues and try to contact the ghost to better determine what type of ghost entity it is, as well as completing a few extra objectives for cash along the way. The cash you gain from completing objectives and missions helps you buy more and newer gear that can give you some advantages in the mission itself or for the future. There's a degree of risk involved with Phasmophobia. The ghost can get angry and it will try and hunt you down and kill you.
It's cold in here, in this room. Well, it was for a second. It's 47.
I heard the EMF.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything happen to my EMF so far. Each ghost has its own set of clues, strengths, and weaknesses.
Yeah, I'm getting 40.
Being observant and alert can tip you off early on as to what kind of ghost you're dealing with, or at least narrow it down so you can adapt your strategy.
Yeah, I think it's in here. Temperature's dropping right here.
If the ghost does get you, you'll become a ghost yourself, and you get to spectate for the remainder of the round.
It's dropping, like, it's going down to, it went down, it's 43 now. It's
EMF went off here.
Yeah,
Any gear you added to your team's van will be lost upon death, and depending on the difficulty, you will get some of the value back through insurance. Some key features I want to point out about this game are 1, how immersive it is, and 2, how the game uses voice recognition to let you interact with the ghost. The far, I guess, is the dining room. The user interface in this game is very minimalist. There are no pop-ups or control tips. It's all very basic interactions, mainly on-off, pick up and drop, open and close. You can drag, open, and close doors. Most of the interface the player has, in my opinion, is through sound. The ghost can make noise, whether it be creaking steps, making the grudge, like open mouth noise, or apparently it can fall and scream at you, but I haven't seen that yet. A lot of creaking upstairs. Among the variety of interactions you can have, the sound, like I mentioned, they can flicker lights, they can throw things around, throw things at you. A key thing I want to point out about these interactions is when your light starts to flicker and you hear a heartbeat, that's when you know it's time to hide and turn off your light. That means the ghost is now going into its hunt phase. The best thing you can do is, like I said, turn your light off, find a corner, or shut yourself into a room and not make a sound, as at that point it's trying to find you. It will kind of patrol an area or go after a certain person depending on the ghost, and if it catches you, it kills you.
It's freezing in here now.
Right there. This door, the garage.
Yep, I watched it open.
Well, if it doesn't have the UV light on it?
I don't have a UV light.
My max on the thing was 3, I think, and it's at 2 right now.
Yeah, it's not freezing in here, but it's freezing in the dining room.
Like legit freezing?
Yes, it's freezing now.
Okay. Freezing in the garage or freezing here?
Right
Yeah,
here,
we got
70
freezing
degrees. It's 29 degrees.
I'm gonna throw this in the middle of the room, I guess, since this will be like the... The game uses speech recognition to translate everything you say to the ghost to make the game much more dynamic, and what that means is, depending on your settings, the game could be always listening to what you're saying to your teammates through the in-game chat. So if you say certain keywords like "I'm scared," "that was creepy," "let's hide," "run," it'll feed this information to the ghost, the AI, and it'll make it react a certain way. So if you're saying you're scared, or "oh, we have to run," "oh, let's get out," it could trigger the ghost to go to a hunt phase. Another thing about the hunt phase is it shuts the front door and locks it, so you can't escape the house. You have to stay in there with it until the phase is over.
You can, yeah. But we need the book, wherever that is.
Camera.
Be careful when using certain words and phrases
hands are
while trying to
crossed, I'll
talk
have to
and
get it.
plan with your team. The ghost is listening.
Might come back. Should I put book in the middle of the room?
Before every investigation, you and your teammates meet in the garage lobby area to pick out contracts to do and to sort out what gear you guys want to take with you.
Put salt.
Everyone can contribute gear if they choose, and you can clearly see what the team has to bring with them in a list format on the whiteboard. Contracts vary by size, location, and difficulty. Currently, there are 3 difficulties: amateur, intermediate, and professional. The harder it is, the less of a grace period you have, but you earn more money. With amateur, you have a 5-minute grace period at the beginning of the round. Intermediate is 2 minutes, and professional, you have none.
No, I must have gotten the salt in the book. I didn't get UV. I'll drop the I'll get UV. Temperature thing after this.
After the planning phase and you get into the round, we found it advantageous to unload the van in the area near the front door. This lets you save some time from walking back and forth to the house during the grace period if you have one. It also lets you quickly get an item you may really need in the round. I also want to point out the grace period countdown does not start until the front door is open. When I first go in, I like to bring an EMF reader or a thermometer first, as I think these are the easiest ways to get some sort of location hint of the ghost. Once I figure out the general area of where I think the ghost may be, I go back and get more gear.
Yeah, it could be somewhere else though. Wait, that door moved? Was that the basement door?
Yeah, basement door.
Maybe we'll see it.
What was that I just saw? Is that fingerprints?
How would you see fingerprints?
No, something just glowed. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was like a little orby. Oh yeah.
See it flashing?
Yeah, well, on the right there by the plant, right?
Yeah, what is that?
If you have a team, I also think it's another advantage to plan ahead for who will bring what item. This makes it much easier to spread out throughout the house and try and track where the ghost could be and eliminate options if everyone has their own kind of gear, or if you find something where like a ghost interacted with it, like a door for example, you could say, hey teammate, you know you have the UV light, I think the ghost touched this door, can you come look at it?
Careful what you say on the push attack radios because the ghost can hear you.
I wasn't inside the house yet. I'm outside the threshold.
So I've been killed outside the door with the door shut.
What?
Be aware of that. Happened to me yesterday.
If you progress later into the game, you can pick up some really handy sensors and cameras that'll help you narrow down rooms or entire floors the ghost could be on.
We're looking through the windows
To me, finding the ghost area and setting up your gear early on is a huge goal, and I think it's very crucial in the early part of the round.
Well, let's get back in there, I guess. Check the book, put the voice box down. There's already a crucifix in there, so it shouldn't attack us from that room.
Alright, I'll grab the other camera on the way in too.
Once you locate the ghost area, it's time to start getting clues. The main objective of every round will to be identify the ghost. Usually your gear can help you identify the ghost or provide an opportunity for a clue, whether it be a camera, a spirit box, or EMF reader. Ghosts have a combination of 3 clues to be identified. Once you figure out the ghost, you can still have additional objectives to earn more money, and these range from getting a picture of the ghost to blocking an attacks with a crucifix.
I have no UV on the salt
Are you
pile.
here?
I have fingerprints.
Once you have completed as many objectives as you want, you can exit the mission from inside the van by hitting the keypad. Before you go, make sure everyone has voted in their journal as to what the ghost is so they get credit for identifying it. You will then be returned to the lobby together where you can gear up
Can
for your
you hear
next
us?
run. I do want to add that sometimes in certain rounds you won't complete any objective. Someone might go in there, the grace period ends, you don't have one, and someone gets killed immediately. Sometimes you have a bad setup and you think you have the room and you got it wrong, and it's like a risk reward kind of deal. You need to make a decision that's best for you and your team at that point, because again, dying does have a cost, so it's about risk reward there.
Give us a sign.
I think I have an opinion.
Show yourself.
Perfect.
Who's got the giant brass balls that wants to go in there and try to get it to show itself?
I really like this game. It's been a blast to play with my friends and get freaked out with ghost hunting. I am personally not a huge fan of paranormal things or even horror games really. Hunt Showdown and
Trooper, holy
GTFO are
crap.
about the extent of my horror games. I really enjoy the team element of the game and that there's a strategy with moves and counter moves in your gear and the ghost. You have to keep calm while being scared and make the right choices with your gear. Otherwise, you can fail the mission or end up being murdered by a ghost.
The camera?
So I think if you like team-based games or ghost horror games or team horror games,
Oh.
I would definitely recommend Phasmophobia. The folks and I in the community had a ton of fun playing it.
Stand one on it.
What do I press on it?
Just mouse one when you get close to it.
I want to give a shout out to RustedShut for letting us new guys play with him. He taught us everything about the game and even let us chicken out a couple times in confronting the ghost. He led the charge of talking to the ghost on this one, which is one of the creepiest interactions I think this game has. If you want to see some good scary or horror game content, go check him out on Twitch. Hope you guys enjoyed my little review. Let me know what you guys think about Phasmophobia or ghost stuff in general in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and let me know. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. There it was.
Yeah, I saw Shadow again.
There's a shadow count as a picture of the ghost? Or...
If I could get it fast enough, but it's quick.
He
It pops out
walked
of
in the
existence.
salt again.
Yeah, the salt
He
piles
walked
to
in that
press.
second.
Or that counted as a block too, because he left the room.
Show yourself.
EMF increased the roommate.
He was to the wall. He's right here, where he was, I thought. I thought he was like in the. Oh, no, that's your shadow.
Where are you? Just knocked over the candle over there.
He just moved this plate.
Yep,
Right next to me.
Arrested by hot. They moved the plate.
Do you want to be famous on Twitch? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
there he is. He's moving. Yeah.
Hide.
Where do we hide?
I think we're good.
He was like croaking in my ear.
Yeah, I heard him really close. I'm gonna go check the crucifix. I held the crucifix out the entire time. I'm gonna pull or check the board for the clock.
Look at the activity.
You think Kepka blocked it?
Yeah, it tried to murder us.
I don't know if mine did it or the other one from the other room did it. I'm gonna keep pulling this thing out.